Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope that y'all are doing well. I wanted to come online briefly here, and it's been a long day, and I probably look like I've had a long day, so forgive me for that. I need to shave. Yeah, I got that 5 o'clock shadow, which is more like 9 o'clock shadow now. But I wanted to come on and say that I made history tonight with APBA baseball. Had a no-hitter. The Oakland A's Steve McCatty pitched a no-hitter against the Minnesota Twins. Oakland won the game 2-0 in 11 innings. And McCatty went the distance. He went 11 innings. He walked 5, struck out 6, but he did not give up any hits. And the funny thing about it was I started playing this game this morning before I went to work, and I left it in the 10th. It was the top of the 10th, no score. And I said, well, I got to go to work. Went there, came back, had dinner, and said, okay, I'm going to finish where I left off. And I'm looking at McCatty, and I'm going, he just pitched about 10 innings here. And let's see how many batters he faced. And I'm going, holy crap. He hasn't given up a hit. He hasn't given up one hit. And I said, well, I'm leaving him in now. And he didn't reach his batter limit yet. So bottom of the 10th, he comes in and gets a scoreless inning. 11th inning, the Twins brought in relief pitcher O'Connor, who comes in. And he gives up 2 runs. It's 2-0 Oakland. So McCatty comes back out in the bottom of the 11th inning, and sure enough, he gets 3 outs, and he gets his no-hitter. And some people were asking, they said, wow, you let him pitch the 11th inning? I mean, that's a long time. It was not uncommon back then for pitchers to go the distance. I mean, if pitchers go 7 innings now, it's like watching Halley's Comet or Halley's Comet. Wow, did you see that? I haven't seen that in a long time. But that's another topic for another day. But Billy Martin did like to use, some people might say abuse, his starters, and he would let them pitch 10 innings, 11 innings. Sometimes they'd go even longer. He didn't like to use his bullpen in Oakland. He did not have a lot of confidence or faith in his bullpen, apparently. And if you look at the numbers, I think that they had less than 10 saves as a team in 1981. Now, granted, it was a strike year, but still they played over 100 games, and to have less than 10 saves is pretty unheard of. Different era, of course, and yet it was a lot of fun. And Oakland is 3-1 in my 81 replay. They did lose one game to the Twins. They actually lost that game. It was the third game, the game before, and they lost that one in the 9th inning. But they're 3-1, and they're playing really good now. They have a no-hitter on the season, so that was very cool. And I wanted to share that with y'all and let you know that that's what happened. And it was fun. And I'm having a lot of fun with my 81 baseball replay, and I'm having fun with my football replay. And I just found out today that the 1980 NFL season is now available from APBA football. And I got to tell you, it is tempting. It's very tempting, but I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get the 1980 season, not right now. I want to finish 81. I barely started it. So I want to finish 81, and then we'll go from there, see what other seasons that they have available. And I want to keep focused on 81 for the baseball season as well. And then after this project, I say project, but it's not a project, Project, people hear that word and it has, I guess, a negative connotation, because project, when we think of projects, we go, oh man, that was a project that I had to do, or a project for school. Like, I had to do a project for my school, for my class. Projects don't necessarily have to be a bad thing, And this is a fun project for me. It's a labor of love. And I want to get it done, and I will accomplish it. And there will be no backing out of this. And once I complete 81, then for the baseball, I will do 94. I don't know yet if I'm going to play the whole season for 94, or if I'm going to just play the remaining 50 or 60 games of that season that never got played because of the strike. That's something that I have to think about, because I'm sure that some people might say, well, you played the 81 season from day 1 to 162. Why not do 94? Fair question. Well, 81, there was an interruption during the middle of the season, where with 94, there was an interruption, or actually a cancellation that ended the season after August. Excuse me. So it's something that I have to think about here, but I definitely want to get to 94, the strike years, of course, 81, 94. And then once I get through 94 is 2020, the COVID year. That's the one that I really have to think about that one. I want to play it though. And I actually got it on Diamond Mine on my computer. I played it on Out of the Park back in 2020. 2021, I think it was. And it was fun. I actually played that year, and I got through the whole season. I was basically managing the Cubs, manager and GM, and had won the division title. We made the playoffs, and we got knocked out. The Dodgers were just incredible in 2020, and all the simulations that I had seen with Out of the Park back then, it was like the Dodgers were just kicking butt. But they did get to the World Series. But do you know who won the World Series in my 2020 Out of the Park replay? The Cleveland Indians. It was their last year, or no, it was their next to last year. They became the Guardians, I think, in 2022. So Cleveland won the World Series, and it was a six-game series. It was very exciting to watch. But that was with Out of the Park. And that was so much fun. And I did the whole season for 2020 as if COVID had never happened, because with Out of the Park, it gave you the option to have, you could play it as scheduled, as it was originally scheduled, or you could play the 60-game COVID season. And I said, the hell with that. I'm going to do the 2020 season as it was originally scheduled. And so that's a mystery to me. That season is what would have really happened. I like the what if scenarios. I know some people are like, I don't care, man. Who cares? Okay, but it's just me. Well, it's not just me. I know that there are other people that like that too. The what if scenarios are always appealing to me. But, I might get a season like 1984 because it's the 40th anniversary, and might do a what if World Series between the Cubs and Tigers. That might be fun to do. What am I saying? Of course it'd be fun to do. Might be fun. Yeah, it might be fun to play center field for the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, it would be fun. And it might be fun to get back to APBA football too. That'd be nice to do. Haven't done that in a few days. And I can hear that. It almost feels like that the game is calling me sometimes, like, play me, I want to play. Don't leave me alone. It's like, all right, I hear you. Okay. So I need to get back to that. Anyways, I hope that y'all are having a wonderful evening. Take care. and have a great rest of your week.